I want to talk about 3 herbal teas that you can drink in the evening before going to bed to help you from getting the cramps at nighttime. I'm talking about your calves, your feet, your legs, all of those types of cramps. But the problem is that people are drinking this tea and it's not helping them. So I'm going to show you how to make these 3 teas to get the maximum benefit out of them. Now, I have a video on the 3 best foods to prevent nighttime cramps. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. I'll leave a link below. Also, if you haven't seen my best-selling online course, The Complete Guide to Relieving and Preventing Cramps, which has helped over 22,000 people around the world, go to the website. There's a link below where you can learn more about that. But let's dive into the 3 herbs right now. The first herb is called balm mint. This is very, very common. You probably have this growing in your backyard right now. It's probably a weed in your garden. But the leaves look like this, and they kind of smell like mint. But there's some differences between balm mint and mint. First of all, the leaves on the mint plant will grow right off of the stem. They're not attached at all, and the leaves on the balm mint are kind of attached. You have to kind of rip them off or pull them off. Okay, so no. 1, you're going to take some fresh leaves and we're going to steep them in boiling water. This is important. Use boiling water when you steep any of these herbs. Don't use room temperature water. Use boiling hot water because the heat helps to extract the active ingredients from the herb into the tea. Now, when you're steeping this herb, you're going to steep it for no less than 10 minutes. Some people say 15 minutes is even better. The longer you steep it, the stronger the tea is going to be. Now, after you steep this herb, what you're going to do is you're going to add just a little bit of raw honey to it. Now, if you don't like sweet things, you're not going to want to put any honey in it. I'll tell you why. Because it's going to enhance the flavor of the herb. Herbs are bitter. Okay, they're bitter, and they're not very palatable. But when you add a little bit of honey, it brings out the flavor of the herb. So if you don't like sweet things, you might not like this. You may just want to drink your tea unsweetened. But for most people, they're going to enjoy the flavor of this herb much better if they add a little bit of honey. And then, of course, you're going to drink this before going to bed. Now, what does balm mint do to your body? It relaxes your muscles. It's also an anti-inflammatory. It helps calm your nerves, and it increases blood flow. So as the blood flows better through your muscles, especially in your lower legs, it actually allows oxygen to penetrate deeper into the muscle tissue, and this prevents cramping. It also improves sleep quality. So here's what happens. When you have poor sleep quality, you're going to wake up more often during the night, and you're going to toss and turn more. And that tossing and turning is going to cause more cramping. But when you drink this tea, it calms you down. It relaxes you. You're going to have a better quality of sleep. You're going to sleep more soundly through the night. All right, no. 2. The second herb that you should consider taking in the evening is something called lemon balm. This is a very relaxing herb. It's very calming. It smells really good. Looks like this. What you're going to do is take a few of these leaves and again, steep them in boiling water for no less than 10 minutes. You can steep it longer if you want to. And then again, add a little bit of honey if you want to, if you like sweet things. But this herb has a lot of research behind it. It's been studied for anxiety, stress, depression, and it's shown to be effective in lowering cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. So if you have high levels of cortisol in your body, you're going to be more prone to having cramps. And there's other conditions that go along with that too, like insomnia and irritability and a whole bunch of other things. So lemon balm is a very powerful herb to help relax your body, to help calm your nerves. Just drink it before going to bed, and that should take care of your problem. The third herb that I want to talk about is called passion flower. Now, this one comes in a dried herb. You can find it at the health food store. Sometimes you can find it growing wild in your area. If you live in the United States, you can find it growing wild in the fields. But the flowers look like this. They kind of look like a little bitty crown, all right? You can see right here, it kind of looks like a little crown. And the leaves look like this. So if you ever see this growing wild, just pick an entire leaf, take it home, dry it out, and then you can steep it in tea. But you're going to steep this herb for no less than 10 minutes. You can steep it longer if you want to. And again, add a little bit of honey to it if you want to. Passion flower is very effective in reducing stress, anxiety, and increasing sleep quality. So it's another great herb to take before going to bed to help you sleep better. And like I said earlier, if you have better sleep, you're going to have less cramping. There's a lot of other herbs that you can take, but these are my top 3 that I recommend. By the way, when you're steeping these herbs, if you have a French press, that's the best way to steep herbs. If you don't have a French press, you can just use a regular teapot, or you can even steep it in your coffee mug. Doesn't matter. But after you steep it, strain it before you drink it because you do want to be chewing on the leaves or the flowers. All right, so strain it and then drink it. Now, there are certain conditions that could be causing your nighttime cramps. And I talked about one of them, which is a lack of sleep. Other reasons could be that you're dehydrated, you're not drinking enough water during the day, you could have poor circulation, especially in your lower legs. Or you could have a nutritional deficiency, specifically with potassium or magnesium. Now, when I was talking about these 3 herbs, I forgot to mention one really important thing about them. They all have one thing in common. They're all in the mint family, and that's why this works so well for nighttime cramps. There's something in the mint family of herbs that helps to relax your muscles. And that's exactly what you need to stop cramping. But you also need to do other things. You need to stretch before you go to bed. You may need to do some exercises that increase your circulation. You may need to change your diet a little bit. And when you eat certain foods, before going to bed, it could be triggering these cramps. And I made a video about that. I already mentioned that I made a video about the 3 best foods to avoid before going to bed if you have cramps. So I'm going to leave that link right here. Check that one out next. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of this content, please share your success story in the link below.